short war, but because I have a British pronunciation, but if you come from America, you're likely to say short war, with a glossal stop in there, the T. So some people from Britain might still say a short war, but this pronunciation is not considered as standard. So the dictionaries do not include this. I say good luck. I use for good and for luck. But if you come from Northern England, you don't have you have or something like that. So if you come from Northern England, you say something like good look. Good look. So instruction would be instruction. Sometimes it's difficult to understand people from Northern England because they don't have and they get confused. Well, they don't get confused, but they don't use so they use something like or And that's it. We've got 5 minutes. If you want, if you can still withstand my presentation, I can show you something about this dictionary that I haven't told you about before. That would be this. Now, in this dictionary, it is possible to get materials for exercises. So you can click up here and you can download a worksheet with exercises and you can choose the accent, British English or American English, and you get all the answers for that. This is something we used last year when we were doing the course. So basically what we did was I explained what the features of, let's say, assimilation were all about. And then we went on to the dictionary and used it not only by looking up the pronunciations, but also we did the exercises in the dictionary. You can do that at home. They have answers you can check all the time. The dictionary includes exercises connected to the theory, but also to the spelling to sound relationship. Sometimes you see that spelling can be difficult in English, and pronunciations can be difficult as well. All these exercises might be useful for you. Another feature of the dictionary is that if you click on sound search, you might want to transcribe a word, and the dictionary finds all the possible pronunciations included in it. So for example, if I ask you, how many words can you come up with when I say the word O? Well, let's see. Or if I say or, more difficult. Now, what I do is I type in the symbol for or. That is the symbol that's used in that dictionary, but it's used in all dictionaries, even in Garzanti or whatever. Okay, the problem is we've never learned those symbols because they're difficult. During the course, we'll learn all of them. So that is the symbol for or. The dictionary has 7 results, which means there are 7 words in the dictionary which have that or. Not that sound, but 7 words that are pronounced or. Let's see, just out of curiosity. Find. So these are all the 7 words included, and if I click on all of them, what I should hear is or all the time. Let's see.
Or.
Now the next one, I don't know if they recorded or. Yes, okay, good. Okay. So, some of them are not normally used. Some you might recognize. For example, number 2 is paura. Number 3, Remo. Number 4 is used in literature. It means over. You don't want to say, "O'er the fields we go." Like, you don't want to say that. And or, you know that. O-R-E is minerale, you probably know that. And or is just a name. It's, I think, the name of a monk. But anyway, you can use this dictionary in all kinds of ways. You can type in transcriptions if you're good at transcribing words once you've come to the course, or you can just look up a word that you're completely unsure of. Before you go, listen to this pronunciation. The verb to be, you are. Listen to how they recorded it. Okay. Now this pronunciation is the weak form pronunciation that we talked about before. In my opinion, they should have included both pronunciations, R and But I don't know why they decided to include If you go look up of, they have of. They don't have of, okay? But if you use the Oxford Advanced Learner's Dictionary online, you can hear both pronunciations for R. So you'll hear R, For American English, you'll hear and R. Okay. Have you got any questions?
Alex, how do we know when we have to use a weak form?
Weak forms are normally used with grammatical words like prepositions, conjunctions, auxiliary verbs.
But always?
Most of the times.
How do we know when we have to?
You normally use weak forms, and you normally use some of the weak forms when you don't want to stress something, when you're not contrasting something. For example, if I say most of the time, when you ask me, when do we use them? And I say, most of the time. Most of the time. I've used two weak forms, of and the. Most of the time. I didn't say most of the time. So normally, when a word is not stressed, accented, it gets a weak form. But it's not that if a syllable is not stressed, you have to use a weak form. There are some words which don't have a weak form. For example, some people say that up doesn't have a weak form. Others say that up does have a weak form, and so you say something like up. It very much depends on the rhythm of the sentence and how quickly you speak. So it's the tempo, the rhythm, whether the syllable is stressed or unstressed. There are many factors that you have to think about before. But it is important to think that using weak forms is the normality. It's not normal to say, I was born in 2000. No, you normally say, I was born. So I and was, they become reduced, if you want. And this is not slang. Because the dictionary tells you that it is used. You can see that R has strong form and weak form. The weak form is the normal pronunciation. The strong form is the one that Italians use all the time. It's used when the word is pronounced in isolation or when you're stressing it, when you're emphasizing it. Okay, this is what I normally do with my students at university. I think that if you want to be a tour guide, if you want to speak English, if you need English in your job and you are a communicator, whether you are a doctor, a nurse, or a tour guide, you must know something about this. Because otherwise you don't understand native speakers, or they don't understand you. Or they might think that you are using language which is distracting or comical or whatever. Okay, I hope I haven't confused you. I hope I haven't worried you, but that's what English pronunciation is all about. So if Sabrina and Teresa want to tell you something about the course, the date of the course.
Allora, il corso ci sarà a febbraio.
Sabrina, please, stand up.
Io non parlo più inglese, sono terrorizzata.
Scusa Sabrina, chiediamo forse il video poi.
Ah, sì, no,
vuole
Comunque,
allora, vediamo forse.
no, beh, tanto quello poi lo tagliamo. Il corso ci sarà a febbraio, tutti i giovedì di febbraio,
4
quindi
giovedì, a partire
sono
dal-
4
a
giovedì
partire dal primo.
a partire dal primo, quindi dalle ore
14, credo, vero?
dalle 14
Alle 17:30.
sono 3 ore, quindi 4 volte 3 ore, quindi si andrà in profondità su tutto questo.
Yes.
Ecco, quindi questa è... Quindi se siete interessati a iscriversi,
La-
i vostri
It
nomi,
is possible.
il minimo, e se siete interessati poi vi confermiamo e pagate.
Of course.
50 euro più
Scusa?
giovedì primo e il primo della
Sì.
Allora, giovedì 1 febbraio, che è tra 2 settimane.
Prima dell'altra lezione, della replica su...
Sì, è prima della replica, ma solo
Prima della replica, esatto, prima della replica di Giorgio Filippi, quindi è...
e poi alle 6 inizia.
Esatto.
Of course, the course won't just be lecturing. It will also be discussing and conversation, because you don't want to hear me speaking. I'd like, well, yes, but the main thing is you improving your pronunciation, I think. So it won't be 3 hours me talking all the time, because I mean, I would lose my voice. No, but it would be entertaining with lots of different activities. I mean, Teresa has taken the course, so she knows that. Thank you.
No, è bravissimo ed è utilissimo, questo lo posso dire.
Grazie. Oh, that's Italian. Yes. Well, the name of the blog is Alex's Phonetic Thoughts. I can't use the internet now because there's no connection. But if you go to the link that they sent you via by email, I think, you can find my blog very easily. But you can Google Alex Rotatori blog. That's the only one. That's just me. Or Alex's Phonetic Thoughts. That's my blog. Yes. Yes.